guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. I am Rue, and today we are just gonna do my makeup while I talk about the most recent James Charles crash out. Of course, he found a way to get his name in everyone's mouth again, and this is just what he does, but I figured we would play with some makeup. I would kind of put my 2 cents in. I did zero prep for this video, so please bear with me while I kind of stumble through kind of what was on my mind while watching it. But yeah, without further ado, I'm not going to talk about the products I'm using. I will list them all down below. But other than that, I guess let's just hop right in. Alright guys, so I'm not really going to be telling you what I'm using on my face today, because we're honestly just going to watch the most recent James Charles crash out, and also I want to kind of talk about how I feel about it. So I'm gonna pop it on the screen here for you guys to watch while I get my makeup started, and once it's done playing for you guys, I will kind of just start talking about how I feel about it, and that. So for now, just in case you haven't seen it or you need a refresher, I'm gonna put it on the screen now.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job. Here's a GoFundMe link. Any donations help." I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job. Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same fuck-ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled. And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think that I'm gonna send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God, welcome to the real world, sweetheart. People lose their jobs every fucking day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied. You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder to make a better life for themselves. Why would I fucking help you? Aside from that, 17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need the GoFundMe? I can at least 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed, doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off, okay? I'm not the one. Go find fucking Mr. Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally gonna be like, "I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's gonna be the real life Hunger Games. The last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million that everybody else dies." Go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you. I'm not fucking helping you. All you did was lost your job, okay? Welcome to the real world. I can at least understand if you were like, "James, I'm a longtime fan. Here's a trillion years of DMs and my support for you. I love you. I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there is no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this." Maybe I would help. Maybe I would help because I love you and I appreciate you. This bitch, you lost your fucking job? What are we gonna do? Nothing! I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a fucking new one, girl. Put some effort into the workplace.
Alright, so we've watched the video. And I guess the first thing I want to say about it is we all know James Charles is not a genuine person. He's not a good person. He doesn't know what the real world is like. And I think a huge part of that is that he did find success at such a young age. His brain wasn't done developing, and now I don't think he will ever understand what the real world can be like for some people. That's just a fact. That said, I don't think there's any excuse to be a terrible person. I think that at the end of the day, your actions are your choice alone, and he is choosing to be this person time and time again. He has always been problematic, and I think a big part of it is just his attempt to stay relevant. That's really all I think it is these crash outs that he has, and then, the next day he does this big apology video. it's 100% to stay relevant, and in a sense, it is genius for the sheer fact that it's working. People will excuse his behavior and other content creators like him time and time again because he's entertaining. I will 100% admit that some of his content is entertaining. Do I still watch it? Not anymore. Not for a very long time, because I don't want to be one of the people that is giving him money by watching his content. But there was definitely a time where I did, and like if I do scroll across him on TikTok, sometimes I'll linger for a couple seconds and be like, yep, he still knows how to hold a crowd. It's just unfortunate because people will choose to turn a blind eye in exchange for entertainment. And it sucks that people like him that crash out and treat real struggling people like trash are the successful ones, are the ones that are making it in the world, and they're able to make a difference, but they choose not to. And I think that, in my opinion, those are the people, I can't tell if I like this. Those are the people that need to be humbled, to be honest. Like, there are other content creators that I think kind of found their success later in life, and that alone makes a big difference. Not on everyone. Some people are just bad people to be bad people, and that's just also a fact of life. But I do think that he never had real repercussions for any choices he's made in his life. And so he just only gives a shit about himself, really. He doesn't care about... It's not even that he doesn't care. I don't think he cares. But, like, also, I think that as long as he's relevant, that's all that matters to him. He wants to keep in his success, so he'll do terrible things because it gets people talking. I mean, clearly it's working. Since this morning, I've already seen multiple people talk about this. I figured I was going to film a chatty get ready with me, and when I saw that, I was like, you know what? Why not? I'll talk about my opinion too. I try to avoid talking about people like James Charles on my channel, but honestly, I think it's kind of upsetting that people like that get so much success, because I see so many genuine content creators that are successful, but like nowhere near that. It's like, why can't they be the ones that are doing well? Like Ali Dawson and Angelica Nyqvist and people like them, where they are like real humans. You can tell that they go through real life struggles, and they, you know, they're just genuine people. But I don't think they'll ever get as big as James Charles, because people like the entertainment value in drama like James Charles, and all he is drama. The second things calm down with him, he decides to do something psychotic, like treat a human being that is struggling like trash. And it's like, I don't think that he had to help her. That's, you know, it's his right not to help. But to do a whole crash out video, it's clear that he just did it to get back in people's mouths. That's honestly all it is, in my opinion, is he was feeling neglected. People weren't talking about him enough. I like this side. I'll have to sharpen that side up, but it's fine. But people weren't talking about him enough, so he had to do one of his little crash outs. He does it, I feel like, every freaking month. I could be wrong, because again, I don't follow him. I don't keep an eye on him. He just occasionally will show up on like my TikTok, or in this case, it was actually my partner that pulled up a video with a YouTuber that he really likes that was talking about this situation, and that's how I first saw it. And then I saw Jen Love showed up in my suggested videos, and so I started watching that one. I haven't finished it yet because I wanted to get this filmed, but I genuinely think it's his way to stay relevant, and that's all it is. So he will treat a innocent person like absolute trash just to get people talking about him again. And in a sense, it is genius. And if I had no morals and no soul, I could probably be successful too. But I don't have it in me to stir up drama for literally no reason except to get people talking about me. It's just not, I don't think, it's not what like normal people do. It's like you have to have a certain thing about you to be able to be that inhumane in my opinion. And I mean, that's what a lot of like really big influencers are like now. You can't trust them because that's the kind of person they are. So it's just so complicated in my opinion. The whole go get a job comment, like, we all know he's never experienced real struggles. If you don't believe that, you're probably just as out of touch as he is. And I mean no disrespect in saying that. I think that you can be very blessed and very well off and still be a good person. But I think that, like in his case, he never had to struggle, so he'll never understand the compassion it takes for real people struggling in this economy right now. I don't think he'll ever even understand or comprehend what it's like to struggle, because with how well off he is now, even if his whole life fell apart, I don't think he would get into a deep enough position that would actually still make him like an average person. Even at his worst, I genuinely don't think that he would actually genuinely struggle. Like, I just don't think that that is ever going to be a reality for him. Personally, I just couldn't imagine getting so out of touch with the real world. Like, I, of course, always want success. I want to do well. I want to thrive doing the things I love. And I see people do it. And there's a little bit of like, wow, I hope I can, you know, achieve something like that, right? But I would never want to hit a point where I couldn't relate to an average person anymore. And that's definitely, he's been like that his whole life though. Like, he's never been able to genuinely relate with a person in his whole adult life. Like, there's no way. And I couldn't imagine not being able to not just relate, but have human connections, because I don't know how someone like him would have like just a genuine connection with someone, even with the way he is, you know? As for the economy, like his whole comment on just get a job, I was out of work for quite a while, and originally it was by choice because I was trying to do my small business and focus on that. But then I realized with the economy the way it was, there's just no way for me to just strictly focus on that. So I started looking for work, and it took me a disgusting amount of time to find work. And honestly, I think the only reason I was able to find something is because at the time, my friend was the manager at the place I'm working now, and she chose to give me a shot. And like, we were junior high friends, so we weren't even super close at this point in life, but she did end up giving me a shot, and I'm still there now. But it took me so long to find that job, and I only got it because I had a connection there. And that's the reality right now, is if you don't have a connection, it's going to be 10 times harder to find a job because the job market is not very good. So everyone that's in the power to hire is going to hook up someone that they care about first and foremost if they're able to, you know? So it's really hard to find work. My mom is currently looking for work, and she's been looking for over a year. She ended up having to go on short-term assistance because she literally is having such a hard time finding it. She's in programs to help her find a job right now through the government. And it's just, people like him don't realize what it takes to just get another job right now. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there are opportunities out there. My partner recently went from a job he was at for, I think he said he was there for like 8 years or something like that. I forget. He was there almost as long as we've been together. And he recently switched jobs. He got a job somewhere with way better pay and just like a better job as a whole. But that's not like the norm. He got very lucky, and it was also through a connection. It was one of his old coworkers at his job he was just at, where he was at for like 7 or 8 years. And an old coworker messaged and was like, hey, you should apply to this job. It's really great. And he did, and now he's in a better position. So even in that case, it was all about knowing someone. So if you don't have those connections in a work field that you are able to do, like physically and such, you're hooped. And my mom, like, this is just personal experience, but like my mom used to mostly be in construction and warehouse and pretty heavy duty stuff. but she's just not as physically able to do those anymore. So she's having a harder time with having connections to find something in the work field that she would be physically able to do now. And it's just crazy that there are people out there that don't even understand or comprehend that this is the reality of things right now. And I know everywhere in the world is a little bit different, but I don't doubt that everywhere in the world is hard to find work right now. Our world is kind of falling apart in a lot of ways, and we all just have to keep doing our best. And I don't know, this is just his this is just his most recent crash out. I swear this guy does a crash out every freaking month to stay relevant and stay talked about. And I mean, clearly it's working. We're all talking about him again. This is my first time talking about him publicly, but like, he's constantly in someone's mouth because he's constantly doing something upsetting or shady or just not nice. And his generic apology video that he does every single time that he posts something like this, he's like, oh, I need to learn to do better. And then a month later, oh, I really need to learn to do better. And then guess what? The next month he's like, yeah, I really gotta learn to be more better and compassionate. And it's always the same shit that he's saying. And he's not learning from it because he crashes out over the same dumb shit constantly. This one eye always ends up higher than the other. Sorry if my chat here is a little rambly. I honestly did not do any prep on this. I watched the video and I watched one person's react video. And I just was like, you know what, I'm just gonna kind of put my 2 cents out there. And that's all the prep I did. And then I folded some laundry and started putting makeup on and talking to you guys. That's my morning. So I don't really know how to prep for chatty videos like this because I don't really do them, but I thought I would today. And I was gonna update you on like life stuff because I have a lot to talk about, but this came instead. I really do like how this is coming along. I'm noticing a patchy spot right here, but I think it's just my dry skin, maybe. Or maybe I didn't prime it the best, but it's fine. I don't know what I want to do on my lower lash line. And like, I can't stand the whole melodramatic, the way he is so, just his personality. I can't do it. It's so rude. What baffles me the most is that people continue to support him in millions. Like, people just choose to turn a blind eye for entertainment, and that's what baffles me the most. He is very blessed with the success he has considering everything, especially because, in my opinion, he really shouldn't be successful. I think that people should maybe stop. And it's crazy to me that, like I said, it's the entertainment value. People will turn a blind eye, and it's crazy to me. Like, I personally prefer to watch smaller content creators that show more personality and like humanity. All right, I think I've kind of made my point here. I'm gonna hop off, finish off the face, and then I'll come back and we can wrap up the video. Alrighty guys, we are back with the completed look, and I did just kind of skim through the James Charles video one more time just to make sure I had all my points straight, and I do think for the most part I'm happy with everything I mentioned. I did want to say that, like, it's almost funny the way this man talks. It was so performative the way he was like mocking as he was saying what this person said in his DMs. It was like an acting challenge for him kind of vibe. The way he was doing this, it was just so, again, inhumane. Like, who reads a message like that and does a video? I can't imagine having someone slide into my DMs and be like, reading it out to you like, oh, I'm so sad because of this and that, and when, like, but he was like even more aggressive about it. Like, words cannot describe how out of touch James Charles is. And I can't believe that this is one of the still biggest beauty influencers out there. Like, it's crazy to me that all of the biggest beauty influencers that I can think of are so out of touch and inhumane and just bad people, and these are the ones that are huge and making a killing playing with makeup. Like, you know how bad I want to just hang out and play with makeup and be successful? That'd be so cool, but you best believe I would not behave the way that these huge influencers do. It's just so crazy to be this out of touch with people. Like, even if this is who you are, how are you so out of touch? You don't have a family member or a friend that brings you back down to earth a little bit? Like, he must not, because to be so aggressively out of touch and disrespectful and rude to anyone, and like I said, he posts these videos every other month. It is really just a ploy to get people talking about him, and it worked. It worked. Everyone's talking about him again, and I don't know. It's just the way our world works is the bad people stay in power. That's very clear with the way the world is right now, and if you disagree, we probably are not people that would get along well. I'm just so tired of people that are in power being terrible people. It's just so mind-blowing to me. But again, I do think that I think I got all my points across. Again, I didn't really prep for this video, but if you did enjoy it, you can give me a thumbs up. If you do want to see more content from me, it's definitely more so just hanging out, playing with makeup, talking about life, trying new products when new products are available to me. That sort of thing is more my go-to content. I wouldn't mind trying to figure out how to incorporate more chatty videos like this into my content occasionally, maybe. We will have to see. I'd probably learn how to prep a little bit first, but this was kind of a whim. I wanted to get it posted because, I don't know, it's hot and probably trending right now. I guess we'll see soon enough. But yeah, I guess that's everything for today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye.